Hi. It's Mrs. Stitches, or Sheila. This is floss tube number 23. There, 23. So we had quite the day yesterday. We went to town, and on the way to town, we got stopped. So along Digby Neck, there is only one highway. It's Highway 217, which goes from the ferry, which is at East Ferry, into Digby. There are a couple of side roads that cross over. There's another highway that parallels it that goes along the whole mainland, which is 101. We're going along 217 and there turned out to be a serious accident, fatalities. And the highway was closed. We could detour, and so we did take the detour, as all the other vehicles did, onto a dirt road called Marsh Road, and that brought us over to 101. So I'm gonna give you a video clip here, a short video clip here of driving along Marsh Road, because it's a pretty neat road. So here you go, right here. On Dyke Road. I don't think I just did a whole bunch of talking. I don't think I actually had my video going. This is St. Mary's Bay. We're actually called on Marsh Road. We've had to take a detour due to a serious car accident that's cut off our main road. But this is the Bay of St. Mary's Bay, and this is an old road and all the traffic's being detoured. So we're at the end of the line. We had to turn around off the main road, so just the way it worked, we ended up being last. But cars are being detoured both ways, and we are heading to town. We could have turned around and gone home, but we decided to take the detour as everybody else did. And so what are we trying to say? Anyways, there's some frost out. It's a beautiful day, beautiful drive. We're going to be off this bumpy road, but we don't take this road very often, Marsh Road. It is probably was the original road before they made our middle crossroads. It's between two highways. So there we go. There's another view of the St. Mary's Bay. This is the end of the bay, and so this is how our point of land, the neck, is cut off from really mainland Nova Scotia type thing. It's kind of this whole big huge bay. You can't really see our island, I don't think, unless it's out there. That might be the island, but it's kind of neat. We actually enjoy being on this road. It wasn't as rough as I remembered it being, but it's still, first time we took this in a very low riding car, and we came out and there was all these branches and things. We're gonna stop. I don't know where we're going. Are we gonna get out? There's a little parking spot here. Okay, that's far enough. Okay, what? We're gonna look at the whole neck here. That is the neck where we came from. And that's the neck all the way down there. And I believe you can see, oops, no you can't. That is the mainland there. And then that is the other point of land, and I'm not sure if it's the island or not. We don't know. Oops, sorry, now I'm just showing you sky. Okay, here we have now just joined the main highway, 101. It's our main highway. And so we've gotten back on track. And then when we came out, in the video you can kind of see there's a sundog. And so when we came out, I took another photo. I really noticed the sundog then, and so I took a picture of the sundog here. Sundog is just a weather thing, usually of change in the weather coming. We are having a change in the weather, so the storm is coming. It is blowing right now. It's very blustery out. Hasn't started raining too much, but we're going to have high winds. I think they're going to be about 90 an hour, gusting up to, I believe, 113 or 117, maybe a bit higher. We often get storms at night, not during the day. So right now it is just before 9 o'clock. So I think it's supposed to reach its peak around 3. I was going to film late, but I don't want to wait because I have to wait on my stitching because I got to show you the stitching. So I decided to film early. I think it's going to be blowing tomorrow. So I'll be able to film tomorrow. It's just whether I'll be able to upload or not if the power goes out. Hopefully the power doesn't. Fingers crossed. Yeah. And then after the rainstorm, we get about 5 days of snow. So right now the temperature is 5, but I think once the storm finishes, so when we get storms, we get them sometimes, we get south storms or north storms. Usually in the winter you get north storms, which means cold, snow, ice. This is actually a south storm. So that usually brings warmth and rain. And we are going to get rain today. We're under a rainfall advisory and a wind advisory. But then I guess once it finishes, a north front's coming in or something, because we're getting it right after it finishes, temperatures dropping and we're having snow for about 5 days. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll have a white Christmas. Hard to say because the snow might just blow away, but we'll see. So, and it's not a lot of snow they're calling for. And I know a lot of places in Canada and the US are really, really having a rough winter so far. So, but you're here not for weather reports. Husband bought me this on the road yesterday. It's dark chocolate and orange rind, candied orange peel. It was very good. I shouldn't have eaten the whole thing. There's a little bit left, but not much. The other thing, we stopped off. We went to look at a truck. We're still hunting for a vehicle. And lovely part of the area we went to. It's called Parker's Cove. And I did a little video clip right when we got there or got to that area. I'll show you the clip here. Here we are. We're heading to a new area. We're going to go check out a truck. That's the Bay of Fundy out there. Or that might even be on the far side. What is that? New Brunswick. That's New Brunswick on the far side. You guys can't see that, so I'm going to zoom in a bit for you. And
orange clouds.
Orange clouds. But there you go. So we're actually heading to another area.
Turn left on Shore Road West.
Shore Road West. And we actually were interested in this when we first moved out here. We really liked this area too. And we looked at some places. It was a little more expensive where we finally settled down, but it is a pretty gorgeous day. This is the calm, Shore Road West. This is the calm before the storm. The storm's coming, and we were talking about how it's so deceptive. Yet, and there's some fishing boats out there, some lobster boats. So I'm gonna let you go now. Bye. Very beautiful. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. It's calm before storms, also always gorgeous. After we looked at the truck, we stopped off at this tiny little restaurant, gift shop, etc. I did a tiny little video here of the outside because it was so gorgeous. So that video is here. The crow's nest. Husband's going to be in the video with the fishermen. And we got all sorts of fishing decor with even a fish hanging up over the door. How cute is that? That's the crow's nest. And we got like a little dory here and a lighthouse made out of something. Something. Uh-huh. Back up this way. There's some little fish there. There's a whole lobster lap tree, see? And then there's lobsters up there. What a cute little place. Let's see what's inside. We're inside now, and it's very, very nautical. Kind of really, really neat things all over the place. And paintings.
Sailor Jerry. Wow.
Sailor Jerry, that's what I was looking at. And we got even a mermaid here. And we got all sorts of art. Look at this art. Very, very fun. And when we went in, husband bought me this ornament. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, unfortunately, it is American Chinese, or sorry, made in China, but American designed. We hate souvenirs that aren't actually made in Canada because we're like, why can't you make your own souvenirs? You shouldn't be, anyways, whatever. But we thought that was gorgeous. So, oh, that deserves a place of honor. I put it on the doorknob. Oh, it will be seen. Let's put it, it is going to go down to the tree. Yeah, it's seen right there. So it will go down to the tree. So, but for now, let's sit there. That's a good spot for the day's ornament because then it's quite visible. So yesterday's stitch was, took me a long time. I don't think I finished this till about, the evening because I didn't get much done on the road trip. Oh, one other thing, when we were on our test drive, we saw a porcupine cross the road. And I think there are a lot of porcupines. When I grew up in Vancouver Island, there were no porcupines. So I'm always fascinated by them. So here's a tiny little video because it took me a while to get the camera out of the porcupine. Here we got a little porcupine, some wildlife in Nova Scotia. We're on our test drive right now. Hello, Mr. Porcupine. Hello. You got across the road safely. That's great. Okay, now on to stitching. Here's the stitching. So yesterday I did the yellow, was the color that I picked. And this color here is a repeat from before, and it's a light blue. And you can actually now see the difference between a white, a light gray, and a light blue. It kind of actually does show. So that is neat. So I think today we're either doing a bit more in here or we're going down to the next band. Once again, I think it's just one more band. You can see where the finish is right there. So today's colors are the one, again, there's two. One is brand new. It's a dark green. And then the one that's a repeat is the one that's been repeated all the way through. It's day one's color, which is a white. And interestingly enough, on the actual, so for those that don't know, this stitch along was put out by Evertotes and Modern Folk Embroidery. And originally there was a package with a fabric, and they got a floss every day. And so their fabric, it's completely different color scheme than me. Their fabric is like a real neutral beige type color. It's really pretty. It's called Panettone. And their first color actually, which was, theirs were all hand-dyed flosses by Roxy Floss Co. And their first color was called Tannenbaum, and it was very similar to this, was a dark green. And the color that keeps, so my white is what they're doing their dark green on a light color. I'm doing my a white on dark. It's just the way it worked out. So it's kind of interesting to me that we're almost opposite in our color style. So whatever. So, and then we got this. And today is day 23. It's right here. Like I said, this just goes till tomorrow, and then it ends. One more, and I'm done. It's sad, but I do love chocolate. We bought some more chocolate when we were out yesterday. But so far, I'm still weighing slightly less than I did last year, so that's good. That's good. Okay, it is back to the After 8 Street, London. So, you know what? I'm going to give you the... No, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Final story comes tomorrow. Tomorrow is my final story. I had a tiny story, couple of things. These are just precursors. Every year, I used to, this is probably the one year I haven't, I used to always have nightmares leading up to Christmas of showing up to Christmas exchanges with the family, and I forgot all my nieces and nephews and didn't get them any Christmas presents. I constantly had that as a nightmare. Or show up and there'd be gifts given to me and I'd forgotten gifts, and it was just horrible. That I think I have Christmas anxiety. It's just, it was not good. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Tomorrow you're gonna get my favorite story, and that's it. That'll be it. So once again, feel free to vote for a flag. I did get another vote. I got a vote for Ukraine. So now 2 USA, 2 England, 2 Canada, and 1 Ukraine. The vote for the flag is I'm planning on stitching a flag on New Year's Eve as a stitch along. And so please, please vote for a flag. Norway's out of the running because I did it last year, but any other country is free and available to vote for. It doesn't matter if it's your country or a country you just like or a country that you feel for, any reason at all. And I don't care what the reason is, no reason at all. Feel free to vote below. Anyways, take care, and I shall see you tomorrow with a great story. So please, please come back and hear the story. I think it's a good story. Might tell it right off the bat, just in case for the people I lose. But bye.